Hey gang, Shannon here. Cool little announcement today. It's Tuesday, July 18th. Today is Rekindling's official 10th birthday. I started putting the material together back in like '03, '04, but it was in 2007, after I had developing quite a bit and doing some test groups and studies, that we applied to the IRS for our 501c3 nonprofit status. And it was on July 18th of 2007 that they approved it. And so just wanted to celebrate. It's kind of a big deal, 10 years, to think what we've been doing since then. For those that don't know what Rekindling is all about, there's a quote that I like. Actually, there's a lot of quotes I like, but there's one by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry that says, if you want to build a boat, don't go out and just collect a bunch of people and assign them tasks. Rather, first teach them to long for the endless immensity of the sea. And I love that quote because the idea is that when it comes to life, when it comes to spirituality and Christian living, that there is this boat building process. There's guidelines, there's details, there's steps. It's a lot of work, and it can be done without passion. But holy cow, is it a whole lot better if there is passion. And so if people have that awe of the ocean and its far-reaching shores, if they have that awe of God and His character and who He is and what He's trying to accomplish and what heaven's going to be like, then that awe, that passion, that excitement will carry over into the boat building, and you can imagine the kind of boat they're going to build. And so that's why I had started Rekindling, and it was to rekindle passions for God, others, and self. I want people to get excited about who God is and trusting in His goodness and His joy, His lightheartedness, His patience, His sovereignty, His wisdom and insight, His care, all that, His justice. I want people getting excited about yourself, that you are a beautiful mess, that you're a wreck, but you're an incredible wreck. We all are. And really just trying to embrace who you are, embrace those strengths, temper the weaknesses, and really try to play a role in life and impact others. And then rekindling that passion for others as well, that hurt people. We're all messes. We all need help, and truly having a passion for other people and treasuring them and valuing them and being patient and understanding with them and contributing to their well-being. And so that's what Rekindling is all about. And it comes from the name Rekindling comes actually from a Tolkien quote, surprise, surprise, from the Silmarillion, when it's in the appendix, actually, when Gandalf is getting the Ring of Fire by Círdan the shipwright. And Círdan hands him the ring, and he says that, and herewith maybe thou shalt rekindle hearts to the valor of old in a world that grows chill. And so that's always been Rekindling's goal these last 10 official years, 10 plus years longer, of just rekindling those passions. And so what we've done, when I look back in these last 10 years, the biggest chunk is just all the research and the material that we've developed. And so we started something called Know Thyself. We actually got a workbook printed for it. We do 3 classes a year. They're 10 weeks long, and it's just trying to figure out how you're wired, your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, your dreams, your timeline, experiences, and putting all that together and mapping the patterns out in those answers to figure out what your calling in life is. There's a Danish proverb that says, who you are is God's gift to you. What you do with that is your gift to Him. And so we started Know Thyself. We started something called the spiritual lenses, just different spiritual paradigms of kind of how to look at life. We have the 7-stage journeys, like the umbrella paradigm. Those of you who've taken the classes or heard me teach before, you'll remember eternal, internal, external, be, do, have, muddy fields, sevenfold life, flight, fight, persevere, spectrum. Right, so we developed all those, just giving people tools to help make more healthy quality decisions for life, trusting in God's parameters and what the Scripture has to say. We've done Scripture studies, so we've done Genesis and Job and Revelation. We're actually working on Exodus right now, and just walking through, trusting that the Bible is infallible and transformative and authoritative, and really getting into the context and what is it saying, what's it teaching us, what can we learn, how can we run with this. That phrase that I always say, applying the details of Scripture, the details of life. And then we've also started the Unpacking series. And so what the Unpacking series is, we take a bunch of different concepts from the Bible. So love, faith, hope, anger, sin, We're doing one on grace and mercy right now. We're doing one on knowledge and wisdom. And we just go through, we look at all the Hebrew and Aramaic and Greek wording, and then we look at every passage we can find in Scripture on that to really try to get a better understanding of what it is. So we've developed all the material. I've taught a bunch of different courses, whether it was a small informal 4-week group or an official training that was a 1-day training. I've done one-on-ones with people, just kind of walking them through, where they're at. We actually just started a podcast this year. We finished the first 2 seasons, which was the lenses and know thyself, and we're getting ready to record season 3, which will come out this fall, which will be the unpacking. And I have no idea. I haven't kept track of the numbers exactly. I know we had 600 know thyself books, and they've all sold out. I'm guessing that all said and done in the last 10 years, we've had an impact or touched on, 1,000 people, 1,200 people, something like that. So it's just really amazing to think about these last 10 years and what we've been doing. And so I wanted to celebrate that today. I wanted to thank you for everybody that has donated to Rekindling, whether it was a one-time deal or some of you have been ongoing donors since the beginning. I really, really appreciate that. Maybe you've taken the classes and given me feedback and kind of helped me with that. Just awesome. I just am in a really good mood today, thinking about that and looking forward to seeing where the next 10 years go. And so I wanted to kind of wrap this up with just 2 things. One, just an invite that if you haven't explored anything that Rekindling offers, or maybe you haven't, it's been a while, you can go to the website. It's rekindlingministries.org. You can go to the podcast. I'll put a link. It's Podbean is the Podbean app. You can just look up Rekindling. I'll put links to all these in the comment section below. We also just started a Rekindling app. It's like a group app. It's on Band, the Band app, and so I'll put a link there as well. And actually, just today, in celebration of the 10th anniversary, I've added the Spiritual Lens document and the Know Thyself workbook. So that people who join the app, it's free. They can actually get direct access for themselves to those, not have to pay for them, just kind of as a thank you. And then it's a great way to keep in touch with people. We have a calendar there in the app that you can follow with all the different studies that we're doing, et cetera. So I'll put links to all that stuff. So I just want to invite you, come check it out, come listen to us, see what we have to say, see if you can be encouraged and have some passion stirred up. And then the other thing that I wanted to ask is for all of you who have done Rekindling, whether it was a one-on-one or you've watched a video or you've read the material or went through one of the classes, I would love just to get some feedback. I think we live in a life that gives negatives more than compliments. I'm human. I could use the encouragement. It's nice to get that feedback to see what really stands out with people, especially those that maybe when I was up in Northern Virginia years ago, what you guys have got out of it. So please just consider putting a comment in here on the video and let me know what stood out about you from the Rekindling material and the paradigm. What lens do you remember or do you still use, or what takeaway did you get from Know Thyself, or whatever it may be. I would just love to get that feedback. Consider sharing the video, passing it on, and spreading the word. And so I just want to thank you guys again. I want to thank God just for being so crazy patient and forgiving with me, the mess that I am all these years, and really just giving me this dream job to get to be this modern day, spiritual Gandalf, hence the beard. So God, I love you. I thank you for who you are. Thank you for how you made me. I'll see you in heaven, and I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic Tuesday.